Coming up on the Sports Desk, girls soccer over at West looks to advance to the second round of the CIF playoffs for the second straight year, but could they get past a tough Claremont team at home? Meanwhile, the boys at Bishop are still tearing it up. Find out what's made them so successful come playoff time. Plus, it's opening day for Torrance Little League. We will take you inside the fun and the games at the ballpark. And of course, we're going to get you all caught up on scores, highlights, and updates on Torrance's prep sports scene. The Sports Desk starts right now. How's it going, Torrance? Good to see you as always. Welcome to a new week on the Sports Desk. I'm your host, Juan Hernandez. The prep soccer season came and went, and so did the first round of the Southern Section CIF playoffs. For the West Warriors girls soccer team, a Pioneer League championship, check. A first round playoff win against Claremont, well, not a check just yet. Let's check it out. To Peterson Field we go. West girls trying to advance to the second round for the second year in a row. First half, no score. Kayla Cannon with the scoring chance, but she's stuffed by the goalkeeper there. Cannon just getting started. A few minutes later, one more time, juke, and another nice stop from the goalie. We're scoreless at the half. Second half, still no score. Kemi Butlin to Zoe Anderson, and Caitlin Fagrulia comes up big with the goal. West up 1-0. Later in the second now, same score. Fagrulia gonna find Sarah Kogan, and she puts it in. West taking a commanding 2-0 lead. And in the final minutes of the game, none other than goalkeeper Ruth Soto coming up big to preserve the shutout. The Warriors hang on to win this one 2-0. So that's two straight wins for the Warriors. JV call-up Sarah Kogan with a huge insurance goal for West. Not a bad way to make her varsity debut. The win for the Warriors puts them in the second round, setting up an away date with Lancaster. Meanwhile, for the Torrance Tartars, they were looking to get back to their winning ways after losing to rival West for the Pioneer League crown in that final game of the regular season. The Tartars score 5 goals against Barstow, setting up a second-round matchup against Warren. That's Coach John Martin & Co.'s 9th shutout this season. Torrance advances to the second round of CIF postseason play for the third straight year. Meanwhile, down south, the Spartans coming into their first round matchup with South Hills looking to make that 5 straight wins. South looking to capture the magic from last season's CIF Division IV Southern Section Championship. And South falls to South Hills 2-1. The Spartan season comes to a shocking close as it's the first time they haven't made a deep playoff push in a very, very long time. Rounding out the girls prep soccer playoff news, the Bishop Montgomery Knights. Bishop falls to Northwood in the first round 1-0. The Knights get shut out for the 4th time this season. It marks back-to-back seasons Bishop has lost in the first round of CIF play. Meanwhile, in boys prep soccer, the West Warriors, they haven't lost a game since back in December. They went perfect in league, and the laundry list of accomplishments from this season just goes on and on. So let's head back to Peterson Field one more time and see if the boys can follow in the girls' footsteps. West looking for their 11th straight win. There's Keith Voigt getting warmed up. 0-0 here. Saddleback with the scoring chance and Denver Silver Lake with the stop. Then Mason Shortland puts it in on the free kick. The Warriors take a 1-0 lead. A few minutes later, the Warriors still leading in this one. Guy Vanderbeek coming down the wing, and he beats the goalkeeper. West takes a commanding 2-0 lead. And the Warriors give up a goal late, but they do hang on to win this one 2-1. Mason Shortland, the Dominguez Hills commit, scores a goal, and Guy Vanderbeek finds Twine for the game winner as West advances to the second round of the CIF playoffs, yet again setting up a matinee with Lawndale. And over at South High, the Spartans making the playoffs, and the results not exactly what they had in mind. Just like the girls, and by the exact same score, the Spartans fall to Norwalk 2-1. South finishes up their season 13-7-1 overall, and they were 5-5 in league. That's going to wrap up your first round playoff news from the pitch. When we come back, we're going to get to you from the hardwood and take a look at the boys at Bishop, see if they can keep their winning ways going. All right, today we're gonna go over your catchphrases and your bro bombs. You gotta have some basic bro bombs down, you know? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shaquille Bro Neal, Apollo Brono. Those are good, but you're nothing without your one-liners. Try it with me. Winner, winner, chicken, boom sauce. No. Okay. Yo soy fiesta. Boom sauce. Really did.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Winston, just one more inning, Grandma.
Ever notice how many things today kids can do without actually moving? A whole lot of things their parents used to do the hard way. So many kids' activities today seem to leave out the activity part, which makes exercise even more important for children. In fact, new research tells us the best time to enhance bone development is during childhood and adolescence. And just getting children to walk an extra 35 minutes a day could spare them the pain of thinning bones later in life. Healthy bones come from healthy habits. Encourage your kids to get up, get out, and get moving.
Hello. Hey, Grandma, how about another grape soda?
A public service message on building strong bones for kids from the Pediatric Orthopedic Society of North America and the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
Welcome back. Just like soccer, the basketball season is in the early rounds of CIF playoffs. It's win now or go home and hit the links. We have talked about Stephen Thompson Jr. and how losing just isn't a part of the Bishop Montgomery Knights vocabulary. Then again, it's a word that athletes don't really want anything to do with anyway. The Knights' road to this point in their season hasn't been easy. Reporter Kiana Martin has more on that story for you.
High school athletics battle season-long to reach this moment. And for Bishop Montgomery's boys basketball team, they expect nothing less. The Knights glided through their first-round Open Division matchup against 16th-seeded JW North, both representing first place in their respective leagues. Out of the 16 Open Division schools, 7 have been ranked in the top 25 nationally by Max Preps. And out of the 20,000 schools listed, each involved are in the top 0.0155%, being known as the toughest postseason division across the nation. 26th season head coach Doug Mitchell is far from a rookie when it comes to playoff appearances. Regarded as one of the top high school basketball coaches in the state, he holds 25 playoff appearances, 4 CIF titles, and 3 state titles to say the least. But amongst all his success, he credits the guys on the court.
He's a great coach. He works as hard in practice all the time. He's preparing us for the next level very well, and he's preparing us for the playoffs.
I've been in a good place, and I've got a lot of good players. We built a good program over the years, but you don't win games without a lot of good players.
Leading by more than 30 points in the game, Bishop Montgomery had the skill and the confidence to defeat JW North. But now their focus goes to Cathedral, who is one of the top-ranked teams in the nation and also has matched up with Bishop twice this year. But Bishop has come out with the W. They're going to take everything they learned from this win onto next week at Cathedral. Bishop now advances to CIF Southern Section quarterfinals, playing Delray League rivals and number 9 seeded Cathedral, with plans to use their previous league wins as an advantage.
Cathedral, who's a league opponent, we beat them twice, but they were really tough games, so we know it's going to be another tough game.
It gives us a little more confidence. It was a good game. We all played well tonight. It's first playoff games, got the jitters out, so it should be a good game.
We're going to try to do the same things that we've been doing, but try to capitalize more. The team is just coming out with a lot of fire. They rated us number 1 in the Open Division, so I think we need to come out and play like we're number 1.
This eminent Knights team is currently ranked 3rd in the state and 21st in the nation by Max Preps. And it is their objective to finish out the division just as they begin, number 1. From Bishop Montgomery High School, I'm Kiana Martin, reporting from the Sports Desk.
Thank you for that, Kiana. So Bishop takes their 19th straight win Stephen Thompson Jr., 27 points, no surprise there, and little bro Ethan adds 15 of his own in the win. The Knights get over those first-round jitters. Let's not forget last season when they were shocked in the opening round of the playoffs by Chino Hills. The Knights living up to the #1 seed so far, setting up a matchup with Delray League foe Cathedral. Meanwhile, the North Saxons finishing off their regular season with back-to-back losses. They were still able to sneak into the playoffs and look to snap their 2-game losing streak in round 1 against Buena Park. North and Buena Park exchanged blows in the first half, but 29 points by the Coyotes in the third quarter downs the Saxons. For the second game in a row, North scores more than 80 points, but they still come out with the loss. And for the Torrance Tartars, they got the at-large bid to get into the playoffs, but the excitement wouldn't last very long. The Tartars fall 69-46 at the hands of Hart. It's the Tartars' second straight trip to the playoffs since head coach Paul Nataki came over from West High. Now over at South, the Spartans looking to get their playoff groove on. Let's not forget that the Spartans finished off the 2014 campaign 1-9 in league and 6-20 overall. So this season's been quite an improvement. South riding a 3-game win streak coming into round 1, but the big question would be, could they make it 4? So let's head over to South High for that one. South making their first playoff appearance since 2013. Michael Yost making his entrance. And Coach Clem getting the team jacked up for their playoff game. First quarter, Yost for the easy lay-in there. The big fella just getting warmed up. Later in the first, the wheels start to fall off for South. Yost can't hang on, and Coach Clem trying to get his team fired up in this one. Second quarter, Compton starting to pull away here. Garland Gibbs turns this over and leads to a Compton bucket and one. Boom sauce, as Collin Kushner would say later in the second. Kucrea with the steal and can't finish. Compton would not look back. They go on to win this one 75-43. Turnovers, the story for the Spartans. South has 21 turnovers in this one, 14 of them coming in the first half. Jordan Tang has 11 points and Michael Yost has 8. South says goodbye to 9 seniors. And for the South girls, the outcome of their CIF first-round matchup was just a little different. South comes up huge with the win over Jurupa Hills, 69-47. The Spartans' win marks the second straight year moving past the first round of the CIF playoffs. It was only one season ago that they went all the way to the quarterfinals, only to lose to Patriot. Meanwhile, over at West, the Warriors, winners of 3 straight to finish off their regular season, looking to make that 4 with a win against Oxnard in round 1 of the CIF Southern Section Division 1A playoffs. So, one more time, let's head back to West High. The West girls getting warmed up. Kayla Sato giving out some high fives. First quarter, West up by 8 early. Sato with the steal, and she's going to go all the way. A little bit of style points on that one. The Warriors up by 15 at the end of the first. In the second, Sato with another steal. And once again, coast to coast. Why not? West up 30-15 at the half. Third quarter now, Haley Tanabe with the steal. Dishes to Jasmine Jones for the finish. West going up big, and later in the third, Sato going coast to coast one more time. West goes on to win this one in big fashion, 67-25. So the Warriors just absolutely crush Oxnard. West outscores the Yellow Jackets 20-5 in the first quarter, which would be the fatal blow for Oxnard. The Warriors advance to the second round yet again. Coach Caparasso and co have big shoes to fill this year after capturing the Southern Section Division 2A title last season and losing in the Division 2 regional finals to Chaminade. The first round win sets up the Warriors against Valencia High School in the second round. Over at North High, the girls having a season to remember. The Saxons captured a Pioneer League title. They win a perfect 10-0 in league play and have had 3 different win streaks. Their first 12 games before falling to SoCal Power Mater Dei, and then 8 straight before losing to Fairfax back in early February. And the ladies over at North continuing their winning ways. North downs Royal 62-34 in round 1 of CIF play. And in the second round, they hold Rancho Alamitos to just 25 points while they put up a cool 65. So if my math is correct, and it usually is, that's a 28-point margin in game 1 and a 40-point win margin in game 2. North now rides a 4-game win streak heading into the quarterfinals against Esperanza. And rounding out the prep girls basketball scene is your Bishop Montgomery Knights. The Knights had an easy round to say the least. Well, they actually had a bye, which gave them extra time to prep for their second round matchup against Central Coast's Morro Bay. Chelsea Leidy leads the way for the Knights with 28 points. Sophia Carroll adds 12 as Bishop takes down Morro Bay 77-42. That sets up a quarterfinal matchup against 29 Palms. The Knights looking to pick up on last season's deep run where they won the Division IV AA Southern Section, but fell to Mater Dei in the second round of the CIF Division IV State Regional Tourney. All right, everybody, we are going to go to break one more time. That wraps up all of your basketball news from the hardwood. When we come back, we're going to take you to the baseball diamond as Torrance Little League has some fun festivities on opening day. Stay right there.
Hey, buddy, how you doing? Production meeting in 5 minutes. Cool? Yeah? See you there.
That was close.
To Maddie, congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
How'd you manage that anyway?
I started tracking my spending, changed a couple of habits.
Wow, I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now. I don't even know how I'm doing it.
Well, have you tried saving a little?
I want to, but where's that money gonna come from? Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
Not home.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
So they say it's a man's world? Well, I don't see anybody's name on it. While they were out doing their thing, we slowly changed all that. We changed all that. Today, women can do anything men can do. And there's one thing we're even better at.
Welcome back. The weather here in Southern California already feels like spring, and with that comes the start of the 2015 Torrance Little League baseball season. Torrance Little League had their opening ceremonies recently, honoring their all-stars from last year, and all teams a part of the league this season were able to walk in, with some of them even riding in on trucks. Plenty of fun activities were available as both the kids and their parents were able to have some fun on the diamond for the big day.
It's just really exciting to be here and to participate in Torrance Little League since the very beginning, and it's just a great honor to be able to throw out the first pitch. We'd just like to encourage everybody to participate. It's a volunteer organization, and come on out, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful experience. So enjoy, and let's play ball.
So if you would like more information on Torrance Little League, please go to www.torrancelittleleague.com. Meanwhile, over in the JUCO sports scene, the El Camino Warriors women's basketball team riding a 3-game win streak, heading into their final game of the regular season against LA Harbor College. Sydney Chase has 14 points and Chantaline Trudeau has 12. The Warriors finished the season sweep of the South Coast Conference with an 82-52 victory over Harbor. Elko finishes conference play with the perfect 8-0, captures their first ever outright conference title. The Lady Warriors finished the season 20-8 overall, setting up a matchup against the number 10 seed Pasadena College. It's the first time since the 2006 season the Warriors have made postseason play. Over in the men's basketball scene, the Warriors fall to LA Harbor. Derek Twiggs has 11 points and Kane Wildermuth adds 12 in the loss. Elko finishes the season tied for second in the South Coast Conference with a 4-4 record, 8-16 overall. Elko says farewell to sophomores Patrick Rittman and Derek Twiggs, who are the lone sophomores on that team. Switching gears now, talks about bringing an NFL team back to the city of LA has been going on for quite some time. What if I said 3 teams might be coming instead of just 1? Or that out of those 3, 2 are bitter rivals? That's the case for the Oakland Raiders and San Diego Chargers, 2 teams in the AFC West that aren't exactly grabbing dinner with one another anytime soon. While both teams are working on renewing their deals in their respective cities, if things don't work out, news is both franchises appear they will jointly pursue a $1.7 billion stadium in the city of Carson. The Los Angeles area has been without an NFL team now for about 2 decades, finds itself with 3 potential teams that could relocate, 4 stadium proposals. Although nothing may be set in stone, you have to assume that one of the largest cities in the U.S. will boast an NFL franchise soon once again. All right, everybody, that's going to close the books on another week here on the Sports Desk. As always, we're available on Facebook, facebook.com/thesportsdesktv, or if you'd like to email the show with any story ideas, it's thesportsdesk@torranceca.gov. You can hit us up on Twitter with pics, video, or anything sports related right here in the South Bay. That's at Collin Kushner for our new producer, Collin Kushner, and use the hashtag #TheSportsDesk. It was a pleasure being here and having me in your homes these last few years. Stay tuned as the new Sports Desk will start next week. You stay classy, Torrance. Collin, get it.
You'll never make this, bro.
Oh yeah? Loser buys lunch. In your face.
All right, bro. Double or nothing. This time, my Ray-Bans.
Pay me my money.
That's it, bro. Half court, behind the back, no look shot. If I make this, I take over the Sports Desk.
There he is, right there, the man, Collin Kushner. This guy is actually going to be taking care of you for now. As you saw, a couple promos in there. Collin Kushner, new Sports Desk producer. How you doing?
I'm doing well, bro. How are you? How are you doing? How to give you the bro bomb?
You guys actually don't know this, but Collin has actually been writing the Sports Desk for quite a while, so you're in good hands. I didn't do the math exactly, but it's been a little over 100 episodes for me, and it's finally time to say goodbye and move on to new adventures. So like I said, we're leaving you in good hands. Collin's going to do a great job here in the South Bay and Torrance's sports scene. And you know what, Torrance, thanks for having me. You guys have fun. Take it easy, bye.